the beef brisket. This is what I'm going to be cooking for Thanksgiving. It's about, I'm not sure how many pounds it is, but it's a nice sized beef brisket for about 4 people. First things first, we need to load this thing up. A garlic clove each whole. And beef brisket is pretty tender already. I don't know how they prepare it. I think it's smoked or something like that. I don't know too much about it. I did a little research on it. I do know I like it. Okay, we're going to drop the brisket into the crock pot. Before we put the brisket in, I'm going to season the water. Okay, I just have about a cup, about a half a cup, maybe about a cup, exactly a cup, into a crock pot. I have it not even on yet. Oh my God. Well, it's just a cup of water right now. We're going to do just a little bit of vinegar for a tenderizer and for like a sour, like, I don't know, I'm going for like this sour taste I want a little bit, but I want it to be not bold, but I want to be able to taste it, kind of like a steak sauce type of taste. We're going to put a couple of tablespoons of marinade, teriyaki marinade, about 2 tablespoons. And then we're going to use some steakhouse seasoning. This is the chunky stuff. See that? Just steak seasoning. I have the water low because it's going to steam it mainly. I'm going to use some complete seasoning, and it just has a lot of herbs in it. Mainly herbs. You see that? This is some good stuff as well, you guys. I did a little research. It has all the onion powders, garlic powders, all the herbs, all the just complete seasoning. It's really complete, literally. We're going to do a bay leaf. This is really for my gumbo recipe, but I want a little bit in here. I don't want this brisket to get any boring vibes whatsoever. So all my red meat seasonings are going to go in here. Stuff that I like on my red meat, basically. We're going to use just a little bit of paprika for color. Well, a lot. Saw it's flying out. Some pepper. I don't want it too hot. About a teaspoon of pepper. Got a teaspoon of seasonal. Seasonal is good too. It has a lot of different things in it too, like cut up onions, bell peppers. Seasonal and this complete seasoning, they're actually good together because they're not too salty. Onion powder, about a tablespoon. And of course, my garlic powder. So we're just going to season this water, right? Okay, I dropped my brisket in there. As you can see, the bay leaves are on top. Seasoning's in there. I didn't season the actual brisket because I made like a brine type of water. Brine is basically like seasoned water. It's basically to season your meat. Thick meats like this. So I already made my brine. I'm going to cook it in my brine. Matter of fact, it already has seasoning to it. The typical one that I bought, particular one that I bought. I'm sorry, I got it at Walmart. Let's drop some celery in there, and onion and bell pepper. Okay. Let's leave the onions big. Leave it chunky like that because that adds a lot of flavor. Don't make the vegetables too small like that. You know what I mean? Because it makes it, you can't taste it when it's too little. You know, you got little bitty, unless you're doing potato salad, specific stuff where it's dead on in your mouth. We're going to take some baby carrots, drop it in there. Something like a beef stew. Okay? We're going to set a lid on that. Today is Wednesday. And it's 1 o'clock. We're not going to take that out till probably tonight. And I'll show you guys how it looks. Okay, you guys, let's start these greens. Right now, I'm working with just a blank canvas. Yes, exactly. What I'm going to do is crank this fire up. I'm going to add about that much oil. Not too much, but enough, okay? I have some onions and bell peppers and garlic. And these right here are turkey tails, smoked turkey tails. So they're already pretty much cooked, which is cool. We're gonna do this old school style, but we don't, you know, we want to try to cut some corners. That's the bell pepper, some onion, and some garlic. Okay, we're not going to do celery because celery for greens is just a waste of time. You want greens to be sour, bold, tasty, something like how I want my brisket, but definitely with the greens, I like those babies. Definitely like a spicy, sour, hot, saucy taste. And celery is just not going to cut it. We're going to leave the garlic whole. I'm going to start seasoning. I'm going to cut the turkey tails up a little bit, at least in half. They're smoked, so they're very tender already. We want them more tender. We want them falling off the bone, breaking into the greens. Okay, we just want to cook this just enough, you guys. I'm sorry for my footage. My camera stand is acting stupid today. But we just want to cook this just enough to bring out that smell, you know, just to get those fumes and get those flavors out of that vegetable and out of that meat. We're not going to cook it that long. We're cooking it on high because we're going to we just want to get it up, get the, you know, ingredients is kicking up some dust, the seasoning and all that cooked. So once I start laying the greens down, which is about to be in a few seconds, and drop the water in, steam it, bomb. Last thing we're going to add, I'll add it last. These are mustard greens. Mustards cook very fast. They have a good flavor to them. Don't be afraid. These are going to melt down. I'm telling you, it's probably going to be a half a pot once I'm done. I use 2.5 bundles. Okay? we're going to add some water. It doesn't matter how much. You can never add too much. I'm going to do 2 cups of water because it's just 2 bundles, well 2.5. You want it halfway through the pot because the greens, they make their own sweat. You don't want it too watery now that I just thought about it. And we're going to add a little bit of vinegar, okay? A lot. So we're going to do at least about couple of tablespoons. I've already seasoned it. I'm going to come back and season it. For now, we're going to just stuff this in here. We can cook it on high for at least a couple of more minutes. Definitely. Let's lock it in there. I'll come back and I'll show you guys the results. So with the greens, just remember, don't fill that water up too high. You want at least halfway, and that's it. You can pretty much see it through the pot. So however many cups your pot is, however big your pot is, just remember if it's full like that, at least half the pot. Forget half a cup. Don't worry about the cups. Just make sure that pot is halfway of water. Okay, you guys, this is going to be real quick and easy, this part right here, because all we're going to be doing is dropping yams in the water. Okay? With the yams, I would suggest that you cut them at least in half, because I have one about the size of my hand, and I have a fairly regular woman tan. I will still cut these in half. These are not the old school raggedy ones with the fur coming out of them and hair that cook forever, but they cook long. So let's try to keep the water kind of low. This hot. We're gonna cut them at least in half. That'll speed the process because yams take a long time. Alright, you guys, we're just going to basically let those cook. I'm going to do basically greens. I'm going to do greens, and I'm going to do sweet mashed potatoes with those yams. I'm not going to make a pie with it. I pretty much burn myself out with a lot of these recipes, so this year I'm just going to try to make it different. A lot of my recipes are a little different. I'm going to do mashed potatoes, sweet mashed potato. uh, 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 uh.